Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. So, have you heard this breaking news? Manchester United have had a bid of £40 million rejected for Mason Mount. This is coming from the Telegraph. Now, Manchester United are believed to still be confident in signing the Chelsea midfielder, and we'll get stuck into all of that report plus much more here on the channel. But before we do that, I need to ask you a favour again. I know I'll stop doing it if you just do me the favour and hit that subscribe. I won't stop doing it. Hit that subscribe button and help me hit 150,000 subscribers. It's very easy for you to do and it helps me an awful lot. So get hitting that subscribe button. Hope you guys are all doing well. We are having a heat wave in the UK right now and I am absolutely sweating. I've been down that there London today and I've been filming a little something with Tigo and with Specs as well for their podcast If Blackburn Signs Are Down, which will be out very soon, so go and check that out when it is out on the BBC Sounds app and all that kind of stuff. And we got a bit up on Stretford Paddock yesterday, uncensored and all that, so we got loads for you guys about at the moment, plus almost daily content. I was about to lie and say daily. Almost daily content here on this channel and content when there is breaking news as well. But listen, we have heard that Manchester United have seen an opening bid of £40 million for Mason Mount rejected by Chelsea, but the Old Trafford club are confident he will not sign a new contract with the Londoners. Now, we have heard this for a while, you know, that Manchester United want to sign Mason Mount. We've heard it for a while. Mason Mount, his situation at the moment, if you're not up to speed on that, is that he's got 1 year left on his current deal at Chelsea. Meaning, unless he signs a new deal, if he's still there in January, he can discuss a free transfer abroad. And we know things in football, you know, are rarely, you know, clean, by the rules, by the book. And people will be speaking to him and via his agent way before then. So Mason Mount knows he can go on a free next summer. And he's using that to his advantage to try and get the transfer that he wants, which is a little bit surprising because it kind of felt like Mason Mount would be at Chelsea forever, didn't it? You know, he's come through the academy there. He's apparently a Chelsea fan. You know, he's played a lot of his career there, but he hasn't been playing an awful amount of football recently. He was linked with a move to Liverpool in January, and it looked like Liverpool were going to sign him. But then Manchester United have been in the mix for him. Arsenal have been in the mix for him as well. And it looks like Manchester United are his preferred destination. We even, on one of the F1s, which one was it now? I can't remember which F1 it was. But there was an F1 in recent weeks where he was asked by Martin Brundle and prompted by Ben Chilwell being a little bit cheeky by saying he's going to Manchester United. Ask him about that. Mason Mount was then asked about it. He obviously knocked it back in typical footballer fashion. But there's clearly something going on between Mason Mount and Manchester United. And so much so that previous reports had said Mason Mount had agreed terms with Manchester United on a contract. So it's clear, or according to reports, it's clear that Mason Mount isn't going to be at Chelsea for much longer. And he looks like he wants Manchester United. So much so that him and his agent have agreed a deal with the club if they are to make that transfer happen and get a bid accepted by Chelsea. Now Chelsea come into the mix. They want £70 million, the reports say. But with a player with 1 year left on his contract, with the fact that Chelsea have to, you know, sell players by the end of this month in order to cut some FFP stuff anyway. I don't want to get into it too much because I don't know about their FFP situation too much. But I have read that they need to bring in some funds before that point, the end of this month. So they're going to want to make this deal happen. United are wanting to make this deal happen. Mason Mount seemingly wants to make this deal happen. And Man United now need to get that deal agreed with Chelsea. £70 million. They are never going to get £70 million from Manchester United for Mason Mount. They're not going to get it from anybody. It's just simple as that. And I've seen a lot of people kind of getting worried that United would spend £70 million. If they do, they're stupid. Let me say that right now. And I'd be shocked to see us spend that money on there. But I'm not shocked to see that price floated about because it's negotiations. United have probably gone in and told his agent, look, we're willing to spend about 40 million on you. And Chelsea have heard that and gone, right, we don't want 40 million. We want 60 million. We want 55 million. But we'll say 70 million and get negotiated down, which is probably going to be the case. Now, this £40 million bid, I'd say, and look, the transfer market's wild. Prices are all over the place. You can't really predict these things. Players go for X amount, another player goes for X amount, and you think Y amount, and you think, how the hell are them two players that different in price? Because he should be a lot more and he should be a lot. So prices don't really make a lot of sense. But if we were to apply some form of twisted logic to it, then Mason Mount's probably worth, my gut says, around 45 million with 1 year left on his contract. And that bid United have made is probably fair, but things aren't always fair. And United are probably going to have to pay a little bit extra. And it's probably going to get settled on around for £50 million with add-ons, or £55 million with add-ons. This is what my gut tells me. And my gut is sometimes right. My gut is sometimes very, very wrong. My gut thought we were going to win the FA Cup this season. That didn't happen, did it? So it can sometimes be wrong, but sometimes I get things right a lot. I remember when there was a lot of rumours about Paul Pogba and things like, and I was like, at that time, like, he's not leaving, he's going to stay. And then he'd stay. Or like there'd been rumours about certain different players. And I just think, no, I think he's still going to be here next season. Or actually, I think that one might happen and he's going to come. And I think, as far left field as this transfer has come for me, I think this might happen. I think it would be a good deal. But at the same time, I think we will pay a little bit over the odds. But if we pay about 55 million, that's fine for me. I think he's a very, very good player. He's about 24 years old. I'm not sure when he turned 25. But he's a young lad. He's going to improve. He's going to get better. Especially under Erik ten Hag. He can occupy in that number 8 position, number 10 position out wide on the left if we really needed to as well. So he provides cover for Bruno Fernandes. I think he provides an option in the midfield, which you'd see more often than not. Now, not everyone plays every game, but sometimes he'd be used ahead of Christian Eriksen, I believe. And as long as we make another midfield signing, let's say McTominay and Fred leave, or McTominay leaves and we bring in Mount and another, I think our midfield will be looking in very good shape. And I think this is one of those signings that could prove to be very shrewd. A lot of people against it, which I understand why. Mason Mount kind of, splits opinion. There was one point in time a few years ago where I didn't think he was that good of a player. And, I thought he was a little bit overrated and I didn't get the hype. And then you watch a little bit more of him and he's a very good footballer. And I think he works hard. He's flexible in terms of position. He's got quality as well. And I think he just needs the right manager to get it out of him. You can't judge everyone at Chelsea on last season. I think that's unfair. Look at Marcus Rashford in the Rangnick season, for example. People would have been saying you're mad if you want to sign him. People were saying United were mad to keep him. I was saying, listen, he's going to score 20 plus goals again next season because that's Marcus Rashford. And look what happened. Now, I don't always get them wrong. I don't always get it right. There's lots of times I've got it wrong. And there's plenty of them out there. But I think Mason Mount will be a good signing. Kai Havertz has been linked with Arsenal as well from Chelsea, which is weird. Chelsea selling a lot of players. Now, I don't think Kai Havertz has kind of fit in there, although he scored the winning goal in the European Cup final, which is mad in itself. Sorry about that. Although he scored a goal in the European Cup final for Chelsea, I don't think he's really fit into the way they play and their system and everything, or any manager that's gone there. And I actually think he'd be a very good signing for Arsenal. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you're keeping it locked. Should Manchester United go in with another bid for Mason Mount? Get your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribing, and I'll see you soon.